Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee Books and Rain. I'm Rachel, who is totally slouched in my chair right now, drinking my coffee and was searching on Goodreads for the next book I am about to review. I literally just finished fixing my hair a few minutes ago. So I cut it yesterday and gave myself like a pretty blunt bob, and then I had to go and buy some thinning shears today to help kind of take some of the bulk out of the bottom, and I feel like it turned out okay. So hopefully I may need to go back and touch it up a little bit more, but I think it's looking pretty good. But let's dive into the book. It is called Toil and Trouble by Wendy, Corsi, Staub, and it is actually, now I didn't realize this until today, book number 7 in the Lily Dale mystery series. It is a series set in upstate New York's spiritual community. And it is said that this is a Lily Dale series for young adult middle grade. So just letting you know that it says it's for young adult middle grade. And I can definitely see that. But I just hit the wrong button. And so let's tap that and we'll go straight in. So Toil and Trouble was super cute. Again, it's a cozy mystery, and it did say it is intended kind of more or less YA-ish. It says, double, double, toil and trouble. Bella Jordan faces ghosts, witches, and a very real foe. In the newest installment of New York Times best-selling author Wendy Corsi Staub's heartwarming, cozy mystery series set in Lilydale, New York's spiritualist home. A relative newcomer to Lilydale, the quirky New York lakeside village, populated by spiritual mediums, multiple, young widow Bella Jordan doesn't have time to believe in supernatural entities. She has enough to tackle with running Valley View Guest House, wrangling her 7-year-old son Max, and their growing army of pets, and dealing with her lovable but meddlesome neighbors. So when Pandora Feeney, Valley View's most eccentric and reputed highly psychic owner, again, my vocals are just not working today. Owner portentously predicts that something wicked this way comes, Bella, more worried about the fact that Pandora is announcing that she's planning to move back into the guest house than about the approaching danger. Besides, the local theater is putting on a performance of Macbeth, so it's no wonder that sorcery and black magic are in the air. Lilydale is safe. Bella is sure of it, even if one of her female guests at Valley View is setting her oddly on edge, and Max is seeing witches behind every corner. Little does Bella know that a storm is coming with power to blow her life and Max's right off course, or far worse. This charming, characterful, cozy mystery series, which invites readers to draw their own conclusion on whether ghosts are real or not, is a great choice for fans of Charmed, The Good Witch, and cozy paranormal mysteries series like The Vampire Knitting Club, the Bailey Ruth Ghost novels, and Charlane's Harris Harper Conley series. So I did pick this up only because I saw the fact that it said fans of Charmed and The Good Witch, which I love both of those. And I have read, and I think I still own, Charlane Harris's Harper Conley series. I think, and I'll be completely honest, I think I own most of Charlane Harris's books, minus the Sookie Stackhouse books. Funny enough, I grew up in Louisiana, where I know those books tend to be set in and around Louisiana areas, and I think I read like one or two and was just really not vibing with them, but all of the other series, from like the Shakespeare series to the Harper Conley series to the all of them. I don't even remember them right off the bat, but I know I have most of them on my shelf, like in my living room. And just really enjoyed those because they do read like cozy mysteries. I even have the ones about like like the crossroads in Texas or what have you. I don't even know, but it was kind of good as well. But this book, that was why what was drew me to this book was kind of that supernatural, paranormal, witchy vibe that I was drawn to. Now, again, I did not realize until I started reading this book yesterday, so finished it off this morning, because it's not a very long book, and I want to say my e-reader said it was about 229 pages. That oh, and it released on let's find out. July 1st. My goodness. July 1st of 2025. So sorry that I am just getting so tongue-tied today. But I started reading it yesterday, finished reading it this morning as I was sitting in bed reading, drinking coffee, that I definitely must be missing some stuff. Now, the very first page gives you Bella's like pretty much breakdown of her coming to like this particular like Lily Valley and or Lilydale. So I don't know if the other books follow different people or what. All I know is that pretty much the first page or two seems to break down Bella Jordan's like this is what happens to get her to be the owner of this managing this guest house. So I was like, oh, okay, I really don't even know if I need to read the other stories or if the other stories would have told me all of this, or you know what, I feel good to go. So there you go. I knew there must be more before it, but I didn't, like, before I picked it up, I had no idea. Now, I knew she had this son named Max when I started reading it, so he was kind of cool. And Bella isn't a medium. She is, she just lives in this community. And so she just kind of like, I don't know, she just kind of feels comfortable here. It's kind of a good place for her. And she feels fine knowing that everyone else is kind of a medium or kind of a little bit of a witch. So, I don't see an issue with it. I think that's kind of fun. But I don't know, maybe I would just be like, hey, is there something you can teach me? That's kind of interesting. Like, maybe something drew her here that she doesn't know drew her here. Ooh, what do you think? But the characters in the village are really fun. And we just start out with her trying to run this guest house. Her neighbor Pandora comes over, and just within the first chapter, she's just like, something is coming, and she's like, what are you talking about? And so she's trying to be like optimistic, but she's not really just too sure if it's really just like something, or if Pandora's just being Pandora. Because I don't know if you know, but in mythology, Pandora would, like, she opened a box and things got out and chaos broke loose. However, I don't know. I think there could be a reference to that of, you know, Pandora opening the box and things kind of breaking bad. But so sorry about that. Had to go check on one of my pups. But so Max, I think, is a little more in tune with maybe with the occult, so to speak. At one particular point, he does actually start to, I guess, see witches. And I don't know if you want to say that he's just seeing witches at every turn, or if he can actually see them in kind of a more magical way. Now, Bella, on the other hand, she kind of thinks it's because of the play Macbeth. Like, I think he had sat on her lap during some of the scenes, and so now maybe he just got it in his head about, okay, there's witches everywhere. Now, it's kind of interesting because I think we as the reader know that this particular area has a lot of mediums and a kind of witchiness, but it is a little vague as to whether Bella is fully in tune with the fact that it seems as though people are kind of witchy in the area. I do like there is a particular veterinarian, his name is Drew, that she's crushing on, but then this lady comes into town named Jane, and Jane seems familiar to Bella, and so that's kind of like a red flag. It's like, something about her, and Max doesn't like her at all, so he's like, not, Mom, I don't like her. There is something about her, but there, then some things kind of start going a little amiss. Then some things start to kind of go amiss, and some things get destroyed. Like, I think the screen on her laptop gets destroyed, and the girl, there's a girl who stays at the a girl and her mom, but they stay at the guest house, but the girl is like really mean to Max. So and I don't think that's like super coincidental. I think it's just kind of like, just things are kind of going in an odd direction. Now it's a mystery because it's a mystery and it's a cozy mystery, but there's no like murder associated with it. It's more of a what's going on kind of mystery. And it really is a mystery more in the terms of, like I said, the supernatural, paranormal, what's going on. It's Bella and Max trying to figure out, like, why are they being targeted, and the characters and secrets popping up and that sort of thing. So if you're looking for something that's more of a cozy murder mystery, that is not this one. This one is a little bit more of a, and you could even potentially call it maybe magical realism, because I think some of it is a little bit more on the tame side as well. Like, I'm just trying to think of some scenes. It's like we're not having these super big, what I would call magical showings of, like, maybe like in Matilda, where she's like got little like plates flying through the air or what have you. No, it's nothing really like that in terms of supernatural. And so when you kind of have this spooky series, it's very interesting. So that's why I'm curious as to who the other books in this Lily Dale mystery series follow, and what did we learn in previous books. Because if this one is more about Bella and Max, who did we follow in previous books? Because again, on page 1 and 2, we really do just kind of get this spiel of where they came from and how they got here, and boom, now they're here. So it's like maybe we recapped that, but it really was just we set the stage real fast, and now we go straight into the story, because it's a Lily Dale mystery book and a mystery series, which is the town, not a person. So just kind of putting that out there, that that I'm assuming the other books in the series must follow different people. I don't know, but I'm interested to find out. I like the little blending of the suspense of kind of like what's coming around every corner, the little eeriness that happens. Now, this one particular person says the novel plunges in, and let me make sure I give them credit, J. Cromiery. They say the novel plunges into the heart of a town steeped in witchcraft lore, weaving its historical hauntings with modern-day psychological tension. So I think that's a really good way to put it. It's like as if the ghosts of Salem themselves linger between the pages. So wow, you know what? That's a really good like descriptive phrase. Like, you know what? Let's just read their like summary out loud and just forget everything that I've said about this book, because I feel as though they probably have a really good review. And honestly, they gave it 4 stars as well, which means they're probably being very honest, because that's what I was going to give it. Cozy, eerie in a cozy way. Not eerie in like the book I just finished reading, and you'll probably run across a review for Girl in the Creek, which was eerie in all sorts of different ways, which kind of get under your skin and make it crawl. This is not that sort of kind of eerie. This is more like someone's watching you kind of eerie, and when you turn around, no one's there, or like just a little bit of more nuance to it. Pacing was pretty good. I felt like because it's not super long, maybe about 29 pages, somewhere around in there, they really get into it and keep with it for the duration of the story. And that's why I finished it as quickly as I did. Like I said, started it yesterday, finished it this morning, and was able to go ahead and get this review out with a pretty positive, I would say, with a pretty positive outcome. Because I didn't realize it was book 7, but now I need to go back and figure out who else are we following in this book. Do I get to know more about Pandora? Do I get to know more about other people in this town? Because I think I want to. I definitely want to know more. Like, I don't know Staub as a writer. I did kind of look at some of her other books, and apparently she's got a lot. So it's on me that I didn't know of her prior to this. I did pick this book up because it was called Toil and Trouble, which was exactly a reference to Macbeth that I recognized, and was like, hey, witches, love that, let me pick that up. And then of course I saw the little blurb that said The Good Witch and Charmed, and I was like, hey, still witches, okay, I'm picking that up. So definitely those were the reasons I picked it up. Maybe that's a reason you'll want to dive into it and give it a little exploration. If you want to find the full series, let me see if I can find that for you real quick. I'm going to try clicking on the Lilydale Mystery Series, and it looks as though the first book in this series is called 9 Lives. And 9 Lives is going to be... Oh, it still says it's about Bella Jordan and her son who need a fresh start. So, okay, so maybe we do kind of follow Bella for more books. I'm not sure, but it does seem as though book 1 is also about Bella Jordan after the death of her husband and needing a fresh start. There they go. They stop in Lilydale, New York, and a storm forces them to spend the night, brimming with psychics and mediums. Lilydale is just the kind of quirky little town Bella's late husband always talked about settling down in. So there we go. That is book number 1, and that's kind of the summary we get on page number 1 as we pick up book number 7. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, I hope you will. And I like reading books. If you haven't realized by now, I do have a book going almost all of the time. Sometimes 2. I currently have an audiobook going, and I have an ebook as well. It's just part of my nature because I really enjoy diving into the lives of other people. And in that fantastical, exploratory way of just understanding people from that perspective. If there's ever books that you are interested in hearing about, please let me know what they are. I will add them to a list. If there are books that I've had people reach out about books that they are writing that would I be interested in reviewing them? Absolutely. Please shoot me an email and just let me know what it's about, and I will happily let you know if it's something that I am willing to read, and I will let you know if it does not sound like something, but usually I will give it a go. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there. But thank you so much, and I will see you guys on the next page. Have a great one. Bye.